Hello everybody and welcome back to the craft room with Tanya. Thank you so much for joining me again. I'm quite chuffed, to be honest, at how many people have joined our group and chosen to subscribe. I am over the moon. It's a lovely feeling to know that what you're doing and the time and effort that you're putting in is so much appreciated. And I have to be honest, I really genuinely feel that it is like a group, because there's people from Australia, there's people from America, there's people from Canada, Portugal, you name it. It's lovely to hear where people are from. So that's a lot of crafting knowledge coming into this group. So don't be afraid to share it. Please do. I am only too helpful to pass the love on, because that's what it's all about. Now, this is a little card that I made earlier. I did video the process. I think it took 45 minutes to make. It shouldn't have. It's a very simple little card, but it's great fun to do. Now, there's a lot of nice shimmer on it. I've used my good trusty Sizzix lustre waxes. I don't do too much without them, do I? And metallic gilding polish. This is Cosmic Shimmer, and it's a lovely, lovely one. It is rich red gilding polish, and it actually does come out red, or pink, I suppose, on the card. Oops, the top's come off this one. And this is another one, and it's called... was it that one I used? Was it the Copper Shine? Yeah, it was the Copper Shine, and then the silver. I think those are the three I used. Right. Sorry. So this is Copper Shine, and this one is pure silver. Now, you do need to be careful with those Cosmic Shimmer gilding polishes, because sometimes you think they're going to come out a certain colour. For instance, this is a lovely green one, and if you use it on white card, here we go, here's a little scrap. If you use it, oh, I just washed that, so I'll not use that. I'll use one of these. There you go, there's the one I've used for it before. If you use it on white, you get a lovely green shimmery colour. If you use it on the black, watch this. This is amazing. Watch this. Look. It comes out blue. Isn't that fantastic? But you do need to know your shimmer polishes. You do need to have a play with them on different colour card, and be very, very aware that you think you're about to put a green on your flower, and the next minute you've got blue petals. So do watch out. Right, we'll throw those into the recycling bin. Now, I am using a 3D Sizzix embossing folder. I do apologise. I've no idea what it is. I think it's a Mandala Tile, but I don't know which one. I've had it for quite a wee while. It was one of my earlier ones. I do love it. There's a lot of detail. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to place this little piece that I've pre-cut. I always cut with a press cut die if I can, circle, square, you name it. And what I wanted was to cut this out first so that I don't lose any of that lovely embossing. You can put it back into the folder, but sometimes it's not so easy to do, especially with a very intricate one. And I've messed up more than enough trying to do it. So, right, so let's get started. So it's the usual spritz, spritz, waft, waft, spritz, spritz, waft, waft. And I'll do it off camera because I don't want to soak the lens. There we go. And I'm going to try to get this right in the centre here. That looks pretty good to me. Now let's see if, oh, I've moved it. I wonder, should I tape that down? Would it matter? I've never taped anything down in an embossing folder before. This is a new experience, but that's just, is it going to stick? Even, it might just be No, we'll get it down quick. This should be interesting. Hopefully we don't end up with Sizzix embossing tape that we can't get off, but if we do, it'll have been an experiment worth noting. Never get too flustered in the craft room. Right, I'm running this through a few times because I really, really want that detail. Oh, it's fine. Look at that. It held it in place and it didn't come apart on me, which is what I was concerned about. Oh, it has come apart a little bit. Do be careful taking it off if you're using it on any of yours. There we go. Oh, trusted, good old Sizzix washi tape. How can you go wrong? Now look at that. Can you see the detail in those little flowers and petals? Isn't it gorgeous? Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to use my little palette and these colours that I used earlier on. I shouldn't need to put any more in, but all I did was literally lift a little bit out. You can actually see where I lifted it out because it's like putty. I need to give mine a spritz or two. Lift a bit out. You can use your water pens for this, but I just prefer my brush. And a tiny little bit of water in there. And you've made like a little paint paste, I suppose. And what I'm going to do is I'm just going to very, very gently cover my flowers in the center here, like this. Now, remember, less is more, but don't worry too much. I have a bit of an involuntary tremor, a bit of a handshake. Sometimes they're not terribly steady. I've good days and I've bad days. So, I know there's a few of you have empathized and said that you've a similar issues, so don't worry too much. Do your best to get it. There we go. I've missed a bit there, but don't worry because I'm going to spritz it at the end with a bit of sparkle, so it doesn't matter that much. Now that's dried up. Let me see. I have the copper shine and I just want a tiny little piece of that. There we go, for the center. So I'm just mixing it up and that's just going to go in there. Now do you see that's what come up a nice light gold, and yet you think it's a coppery brown color? Isn't that a hoot? Actually, I need another wee bit of that, I think. Did I do that? I did. Right, pop you in there. A little bit more water because I need to do the bits on round. Yeah, that's right. So I have to do these little sections here. This could work for you with really any dye. It's up to you. You could do clocks. You could do an animal. You could pretty much do whatever you want. You could do your butterfly like this. It works really well actually with a butterfly, and it works really, really well with the dragonfly. I've seen it done with a really ornate dragonfly stamp instead of an embossing folder, and I thought that was gorgeous. So I'll maybe give that a go in the next week or so and try something different with our gilding polishes. I don't want you to think this is all I do with these gilding polishes, but they do seem to be very popular, and a few of you had asked did I know if there was any other way of using them, and I thought, oh well, you can paint with them, so I'll do that. Now look at that. Isn't that so pretty? Actually, I'm just going to give this a little spritz or two because it's starting to get quite puttyish. So I just put a little bit of spritz of water and it soaks in. Now make sure I've got that all off, and then I have still a little bit of silver left here, I'm going to add a tad in. No, I don't need it. I'm just going to go through this little bit in the center. Now, I don't need to be too particular here. There we go. Don't need to be too particular. I just want to give a hint of sparkle. You could even do this if you want with a pen, you know, one of your sparkly pens, like forgot the name of it. Twinkle, what do you call the twinkle pen? Wink of Stella. You could do it with one of those. It would work just as well if you wanted to. It's up to you, but I was asked to use my gilding polishes in a different way, so that's it. So those cosmic shimmers are really, really versatile. I'm putting those to the side because I'm going to take those away and wash the sponges. I have a box full of them and I love them, absolutely love them, and I use them a lot. Now I'm going to get my trusty good old, let me get a piece of paper out here so it doesn't make quite the same racket. Sizzix Lustre Waxes, where would I be without them? And my good old favourite glove, and I'm going to try very hard not to get them all over the place because I ruined 2 cards this morning trying to do this. Now, am I doing silver first? I am doing silver first. That was, and what I want to do is I very gently want to highlight these little jobbies here. And this could be anything. You know, it could be wings on your butterfly. It could be anything. But this is a very intricate little tile. And I think it kind of reminds me of sort of a box of chocolates, or I don't know. I just think it's really evocative and pretty, and I love it. Right, now don't worry, you can see I've messed up and went over the edge and all sorts of things, but that's all right. I'm just getting rid of the luster wax parts that I don't need on that glove. I'm getting another finger and having a go with the gold. Oh yes we are. Take off a little bit of the excess, not too much, because I want to be quite liberal with this. There we go, actually. There we go. Great. Now, I'm going to try and keep this off my fingers. Oops. That's not going to work. Don't worry too much about placement of this. There we go. Sushi. Actually, don't worry about anything when you're crafting. Don't worry. Full stop. Crafting's supposed to be fun. It's very good for you. It's very good for a certain part of your brain that I can't remember the name of. Apparently, whenever you craft or create, if you're being artistic and creative, you employ a particular part of your brain that releases certain hormones. It must be endorphins, but I don't know. Don't quote me on that. But it does release certain hormones that make you feel good. And the more you exercise that part of your brain, the better it is for you. So there you go. You've heard it here. Crafting is good for you. And I got that from a very lovely, lovely, lovely lady who is a therapist. And a jolly good one at that. Now, let's hurry up and not gab too much, because I do have the gift of it. There we go. Now, actually, do you know what? I'm going to give these another clean, because that's, I don't know, the gilding polish should be dry, but that's Sizzix Lustre Wax does go everywhere. So you do, if you're using that particular one, do be careful. I don't know whether it's my cardstock or what it is, but I get it everywhere. Now, I've spent all that time being really careful. Where did I put my shimmer spray, right? Excuse me. Now what I'm going to do is splatter it with shimmer spray. But I'm going to use it a little bit different. This is Crafter's Companion Iced Silver Shimmer Spray. and it really is a good old favourite of mine. I do like it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to give this a little spritz. Ooh, that was a bit heavy-handed again. It comes out of this bottle like the proverbial. But it's okay. I don't mind. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the top off. And I'm going to use the little bit to just, do you see that? Just tap and throw a little bit. It's almost like, you know, a paint splatter, but it's not. It's a lovely sparkly splatter. So there you go. If you do have a shaky hand and you have managed to go out over the lines, it doesn't matter a dot, because we have just thrown a load of splatter shimmer on it. Sorry, that was my shimmer box hitting the floor. Now, it's very versatile. My granddaughter stood on it a number of weeks ago. So I had to stick it back together again with a drop of sticky tape. Now, I'm just going to heat this up. Not heat it up, I beg your pardon. I'm just going to give this a quick going over with the heat gun to dry these little splashes. It will take a while to do that. So I'm going to try pausing so I don't take up all your time and then coming back. So wish me luck. Hopefully I don't end up cutting you all off. Bear with me a second. Oh, it didn't work. Hold on. Have I got you back? Is it? Yes, I did it right. Hallelujah, I didn't hit the wrong button that time. Now, it's nice and dry. So what I'm going to do is pop it onto a card. And as usual, this is my Cintigo linen weave. Sorry, let me just make sure I have that all nice and clean, and that there's no lustre wax going to mess it all up. Hands and all. There we go. Now, so I'm using, sorry, my Cintigo white silk. Is it linen silk weave? That's it. White linen silk weave. I think that's it. I'll check it out and put it in the box below for you if I remember. And then I'm just putting my black stitched card stock down. Can you see I've just cut that with a wee double stitch around the edge. Stick it down like so. Get it straight, of course. Put your little bit of mirror cardstock down and then place your focal point. Now, I will show you a trick and then I'll let you go. You can see that this is all raised and it is the devil's own to stick. And I have a little trick. I use my Nuvo Deluxe Adhesive craft glue, and I just put little dollops all over, generously. Okay, and then I use my glue pen. This is a Zig, very old Zig 2-way glue pen, and it has a little valve nozzle that you need to click on every so often. So just go round your edge of your tile and get the glue the whole way around. There we go. All your little bits and pieces. Certainly mine's very, very detailed. I don't know what you intend using, but it's a good trick to have up your sleeve. Get your... Oh, look, the lustre wax has come off. Do you see that? The Sizzix lustre wax is all over the place. So do be careful with it. And that's been through a heat treatment and everything, and it's still not dry. So place your tile on your Mer card, centrally preferably. I think that's it. Looks good to me. And then press down on a few of your edges there these are the flatter parts of my tile, so I'm going to just press and hold on to those for a few seconds, and then I'm going to do the same again with the other side, and just give the glue time to react and adhere to your mirror card. And hey ho, look at that. I have a reasonably good adhesion. I'm just forcing it down to make sure it's held. You see that? There's a bit hasn't. So just hold it for another few minutes. Be patient and hold it down. But that's not too shabby, actually. I'm quite pleased with that. Do go round it. It will take a little bit of patience. And it's worth it, I think, in the long run. I'll clean that in a minute. I'm not going to worry too much. And then assemble your card. I'm not going to do that right now because I'm sure you all want to get on with your day, but there you go. Keep it off the Sizzix Lustre Wax. Isn't that really, really pretty? It's beautiful. There's two, look, and they're completely different. You can use different colours. You can experiment, go for blues and yellows and all sorts. Do remember that your Cosmic Shimmer metallic gilding polish, I always call them luster polishes and they're not. Metallic gilding polish can be a different colour on your black as it is to white cards. So do mess around with it and have a bit of fun and explore. There we go. Another card done. I really, really hope you like it. Please, if you do, give me the good old thumbs up. And if you're enjoying watching the videos, do subscribe and join our group, because it is, I think it's great fun. And certainly the feedback I'm getting in the comments has been so positive and so kind and thoughtful. And it's just lovely. I really do appreciate it. Okay, thank you so much for watching. I hope you all have a lovely rest of your day or evening, wherever you may be. And thank you. Take care. Bye-bye now.